welcome back to Business Lunch on CNBC-TV18. Now, let's move on and talk a bit more in terms of the Trump tariffs. US President Donald Trump announced that long-awaited Liberation Day reciprocal tariffs, and global markets shifted into a risk-off mode. Hormaz is able to take us through what Trump has announced and the impact on India and various sectors as well. Hormaz.
Far-reaching effects of Donald Trump's tariff announcements. We'll start off with the broader announcements first. The 10% base tariff line that has been imposed by the US president, that will be applicable from Saturday midnight, and additional duties on 60 countries that also includes India, China, Vietnam. But of course, interestingly, Canada and Mexico, which were the first countries where Trump had imposed tariffs after taking office, they have been exempt from any further reciprocal tariffs as well. Now, when do these take effect? As I said, the 10% that takes effect midnight Saturday, and the additional duties, they take effect on 12:01 a.m. on the 9th of April. Now, when it comes to the Indian context, 27% reciprocal tariffs. Of course, there was some back and forth between 26 and 27. It's a 27% reciprocal tariff that has been imposed. And Donald Trump also mentioned that Prime Minister Modi is a great friend, but he told him that India does not treat the US right when it comes to trade, and hence they are imposing these reciprocal tariffs. And as a result of which the global market shifted into risk-off mode. The Nasdaq futures fell very sharply. The risks of US recession have risen, and as a result of which IT stocks in today's trading session are taking it on the chin, particularly the mid-cap IT names, be it the likes of Persistent Systems, Coforge, KPIT Technologies, all of them seeing losses of anywhere between 8 to 10% in today's session. A winner that has emerged from this is pharma, because pharma as a sector has been exempt from tariffs as of now, because there will be investigations that will be held on the pharma sector and semiconductors as well. And if there is a conclusion that is arrived on, there may be a tariff imposition in a future date, which is not clear, of course. But for now, pharma is a definite winner in today's trading session. The Nifty Pharma up 2.5%. And another potential winner, though, are the apparel and export manufacturers. And look at Gokaldas Exports, Arvind, Raymond, all of them seeing good gains, not because they've been exempt from tariffs, but that's because other competitive countries, be it Vietnam, be it China, they've been taxed more in comparison to India, and that gives India a competitive advantage, and as a result of which you can see the impact on these names. We even in fact spoke to the management of Arvind earlier in the day, and they mentioned that they are now looking forward to the bilateral trade agreements. They're expecting such with countries like the US and the UK as well, and this will make it more exciting for the Indian textile industry, and going forward they are looking at a holistic approach for the Western market. So some winners, some losers, but for now the markets in India in particular have been fairly resilient to these tariff announcements.
Absolutely, Hormaz. Thank you so much for rounding that up so well for us. But now let's